Hello again. Something that was on my mind yesterday, after watching some video that I ended up on, like oddly ended up on this video. I knew nothing about this channel. There's nothing about the video's content. But I watched the whole video. It's 45 something minutes long, and it was about a lady who does extraterrestrial UFO crash investigations, and she wrote a little book on it and da 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 da. But um, there was one part of it that stood out to me, and I just had to go back to the video that I watched yesterday evening sometime and write a part of it down. The part of it that stood out to me, and this is she had went to some country and followed some researcher who was studying some parts or something. She was studying, the researcher was studying some parts, like pieces, all right, of a possible UFO crash. But it wasn't what the researcher said to her. Um, it was what my mind converted it to say, like instantly. For some reason, instantly, what she said, what I heard in the video though, it was this right here. I wrote it down. Those parts you have, are you so sure that you are the one studying them, or are they perhaps studying you? That was the line that I heard in the video. But instantly, it was like a light switch went on, and it was converted into this. And I had to write this part down because all of a sudden it's like, whoa, right? What I converted it to, my mind converted it to for some reason says, those parts you have, are you so sure you are the one moving them, or are you the one being moved? If you can let that sink in real quick. Because immediately it went to my hands and my feet, my arms, my legs, my eyelids, the words I use, the thoughts I think. I was thinking of it as, I am the one being moved. I am the one being moved. These arms I have, these legs I use to walk, these arms I use to hold things, to pick up things with my hands. We think we are the ones in control of our bodies. A lot of us know we are not the ones in control of our body, and that's why I was like so wowed, I want to say, yeah, about that line. Those who do not know that inside of them is an all-intelligent being that is moving them will find out. I found out some year and a half ago, I want to say, after my journey of awakening to the reality of who I am. And that line in that video was converted to what I just read to you. Means I know for a fact that I am being led by my higher mind, by my God self, by my higher being, by my spiritual body inside of me, outside of me, always around me. How do you want to put it? I mean, there's ways to say it. There's ways to say it, and then there's different people who have different aspects and different meanings about it too. But my God mind, my higher self, my spiritual being, the God in me, it can go on and on and on. Your higher self, your guides, there's many, many facets and many, many ways to say it. But I know that it is not the ego that used to think, oh, this is me picking this pen up. This is me picking this pad up. Okay? Are you so sure that those hands you have, and those feet you have, and those legs and arms you have, those parts of you, are you so sure that you are the one moving them, or are you the one being moved? When you allow, like I have, when people do allow themselves to come in conscious contact with their higher self, with their God mind, with that power that is inside of them and always outside of them and always around them, that moves them, you truly become the avatar which you already really are. of that higher consciousness, that higher being. It's like the movie, that guy was in a wheelchair, right? Jake Sully, in the movie Avatar, he was in a wheelchair, but he was transformed or transported consciously, unconsciously, consciously, subconsciously, into an avatar body where he was this magnificently tall alien being. And when the first thing he did when he got into that body, what did he do? He was running across the field and having fun with it because he couldn't walk anymore. He was in his body and he ran. So he became that being's higher self, if you want to put it that way. He was the one moving that body, right? That really stood out to me, that line. And then as I thought about it all day yesterday and then today, the movie Avatar came to my mind, so I just mentioned it in this video for you to have a little example of what I'm talking about. Are you the one being moved? Yes, you are. But you think your mind is doing all the moving and thinking and dancing, and we're avatars. There's a being of a higher consciousness that moves us like a puppet. It's even in the Bible, I think it was, I actually do not know what it was, but it says that if God removes his consciousness from our body, we would just like the same way if a puppeteer removes his hand from the puppet, there's no animation in it anymore. The same thing goes for our body. We don't have to. We have free will. But if we do allow, like I said earlier, that higher power, that God power, that consciousness that is above the egoic conscious mind to come in and give us assistance in our life and give us guidance in our life, we allow that and we realize that, and we don't no longer think that we are the ones doing all the doing. Because in my personal experience, in my own personal awareness, God is the only doer of all things. God is the only being in all beings. So I see God in me, moving me, directing me, guiding me and leading me everywhere and everything I do, say, think, speak, or act. And I had to get it off my chest, and I feel good now. Okay, it's profound to me, and I hope that it may bring a little bit of inspiration to your mind if you hear this video. God bless you. Namaste.